firstly, I want to talk about the IFFHS Player of the Century list. Looking at the list right now, somewhat agreeable. It's neither here nor there. But apart from Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, it does feel like whoever made this list started watching football for the past 2 years, or is it a popularity contest? I mean, my God, no Xavi, no Pirlo. We are talking about 2011 to 2020, are we? And I don't mean to offend anyone, but when it comes to Player of the Century, I don't think Sergio Ramos is a good defender. Great defender. He's a good defender, but he has no business being there whatsoever. And I love Iniesta. I really do. A lot of my friends can attest to that. He could be on the list, but not at the third place, as you can see. I will let you in on my Player of the Century later on in the show, but let's start off with some of the list of players here. Manuel Neuer, I would put him at number 3, seeing that he has won the biggest prize in the last century, won a World Cup and 2 Champions League, or was it 3 Champions League? He won it in 2013 and last season, and of course countless of Bundesliga titles. We're not even going to count that. But he was placed at number 6. That's a problem for me. Also, to me, Ibrahimovic, as great as he is, we are talking about, again, the standard Player of the Century, right? As great as he is now, him and Gianluigi Buffon will make my top 20, but not top 10. Certainly, especially Ibrahimovic, he has been impressive in the last 2 years, but he didn't do anything at Manchester United, and I don't even want to talk about his MLS career. He certainly has moved a level higher when he was playing at PSG. He won League One over there, but still not enough for me. Top 10, nope, definitely, but top 20, absolutely. Ibrahimovic, one of the greatest strikers of the century in terms of within 2011 to 2020. Buffon, meanwhile, has been at the top of his game since Juve got promoted from Serie B after the scandal. But he never really reached the promised land in the Champions League. That's one medal that he doesn't have. He won the World Cup in 2006. Not enough to make the Player of the Century from top 10. And I think that in the past 3 seasons, especially when he left Juventus and Szczesny has taken his place, certainly not enough to make the Player of the Century in top 10. I feel like they need to put an Italian player over there. I don't know why. And the creme de la creme of the list, Sergio Ramos. I mean, when I see Sergio Ramos, and trust me, I mean this not as a knock at all. I feel he's a good defender. He won the World Cup and the Champions League. But when I see Sergio Ramos on the list, immediately, in my mind, it's a popularity contest. I really do. Because, yes, he has won the Champions League and the World Cup. But if you're going to put a defender there, you have to go to a factor in your ability as a defender. And as a defender's ability, he's not the best. Because the red cards, the tackles he made at times in the Clásico, in games against teams like Villarreal and Levante, his positioning is not good. Actually, he's kind of like David Luiz. If David Luiz is a Spanish defender, he would have won the same thing with Sergio Ramos. And please spare me the headers he scored, because he is some here's some news flash, guys. Scoring a header at the last minute of a corner doesn't define you a great centre-back or else. Lothar Matthäus, the great German defender, will be the best defender when it comes to conversation about being the best defender in the game. And some of you will say, how come Gerard Piqué and Beckenbauer is being labelled as a great defender by scoring? Well, firstly, Gerard Piqué is not a good defender too. Fernando Hierro of Real Madrid, he is the best Spanish defender I've ever seen, and he's a mile away from Piqué and Ramos. And Beckenbauer, I didn't watch him, but from what I hear people say and videos on YouTube, they say he can defend the team, and here is another fact that has been proven. Bayern Munich, that he played for, that won the Champions League in 1970s, that Champions League team conceded only 4 goals in the whole entire campaign. So that's that. So Beckenbauer was playing. I didn't watch the games, but I have to. Beckenbauer has got to be in that lineup, right? The 1970s Bayern Munich side, he's a sweeper in that team. And for those modern football listeners out there that doesn't know what a sweeper is, it's kind of like a pivot behind the center back, a coverage of a center back, the 2 center back behind, or maybe if you want to play a 4-4-2, maybe a center back diamond, so and that's Beckenbauer's specialist. He's a sweeper. So I refuse to believe that Beckenbauer can't defend like Sergio Ramos. So going back to this Sergio Ramos issue, no, he have no business being in the list. If you're gonna put a defender, go on and put someone like Diego Godin or Giorgio Chiellini or Jerome Boateng, someone who actually have the potential to master the art of defending. That's my point. But unfortunately, maybe an exception for Boateng, but unfortunately for Chiellini and Godin, it's still not enough as well, because of the things that they have achieved within 2011 and 2020 is just domestic, and that's about it. I mean, my gosh, it's not a list. It's not a list of great players to me. And again, Sergio Ramos has no business being there. Anyways, going back to the list, I think they got it right. It's with Lionel Messi and Ronaldo, top 2. And I know this is going to be a start of a world war between those 2 sets of fans, but basically stats and achievement from both guys are amazing. But to me, you can't compare. Messi is the footballer, Ronaldo is the athlete. It's apples and oranges, different playing styles, different teams, different teammates. I think the more audience prefers Messi just because of how he plays the game, and at times makes it look effortless, especially when the 09 season started. But at the end of the day, I think it's just preferences between these two. It's neither here nor there. Now, some of you, comment if you prefer Ronaldo. I certainly don't have a problem with anybody saying Ronaldo is better than Messi or Messi is better than Ronaldo. It's 2 players at the top. For longevity, they are the best. Now, this is my player of the century list. Alright, number 1, it's still Messi, and number 2, it's still Ronaldo. Here comes the fun part. Number 3, I would go for Manuel Neuer. To me, he has enough ability, and he's a great goalkeeper as well. And for Manchester United fans, will always remember the game that Schalke against Man United in a quarterfinal. He kept denying Manchester United until Ryan Giggs scored. I remember that game. Number 4, the midfield maestro for Spain and Barcelona, Xavi Hernandez. He deserves that number 4. I don't think we need to go around in terms of his ability as a midfielder, as a playmaker as well. Number 5, it's Andres Iniesta. Like I said, he deserved to be on the list, but not number 3. Alright, number 6, Neymar. Number 7 is Robert Lewandowski. I think Robert Lewandowski last season is perhaps his best season. There is an era when Guardiola was at Bayern. He scored 5 in one game. Maybe him and Neymar can exchange numbers. Number 8 for me is Andrea Pirlo. When he made the move from Milan to Juve, it really bring out the best in him. And the games that I've seen him play, especially the one against England in the 2014 World Cup, if I'm not mistaken, is the one with the group that England and Italy did not make it through. It was Costa Rica that made it through. Yes, so Andrea Pirlo, that's by far his finest moments. And number 9, you can put Luka Modric in there, or Angel Di Maria. To me, that Real Madrid team that won under Carlo Ancelotti was impressive. It's brilliant, actually. Married with Ronaldo up front, Benzema. It's brilliant. It's a brilliant team. And number 10, you can put Luis Suarez in there. I think Luis Suarez, his goal scoring record especially in the 2015-2014 season where they won the treble. He was coming back from a suspension, and before that he was a Liverpool player, and he almost single-handedly carried Liverpool to the Premier League titles. That's for me number 10. No defender on this list, because why? I'll tell you why. I don't think any defenders have been good enough to make the list since Fabio Cannavaro in 2006. To me, it's like modern day football. The art of defending is not good enough from football these days. Defenders is failing to catch up with the change of the guard of the playing styles, like the tiki-taka, the high pressing of Liverpool, and the direct football gung-ho of Real Madrid and Bayern Munich, the tiki-taka of Barcelona. Defenders have failed to keep up, and that's why I think they're not good enough from football these days, because the game has changed. Maybe in the next decade Virgil van Dijk could be the one, maybe, but only time will tell. But no defender. What do you think? Comment below, or maybe you know what I am going to do. I am going with the Player of the Century tournament, and I will put up a story post in terms of voting for this. This is gonna be very interesting. I just got this idea. The rules, maybe no Messi, no Ronaldo, as they have completed number 1 and number 2. They will not be in this tournament. So I have figured it's going to be a 32-man tournament from 2011 to 2020 to determine who is going to complete top 3 alongside Messi and Ronaldo.